I'll leave the specific question about the foul to my colleague, Commissioner Engelbert. I mean, I other than as a fan, obviously, it's nothing new in basketball that there's sort of welcome to the league moments, especially for heralded rookies. But of course, I want to see Caitlin treated.
Adam Silver just watched the WNBA's biggest moneymaker announce she's sitting out the All-Star game due to another injury. And the timing could not be worse. With the league's CBA negotiations falling apart and lockout talk gaining steam, Caitlin Clark's absence from the WNBA's biggest showcase weekend has NBA leadership on edge. And it's no surprise. When your top asset goes down right in the middle of a league-wide crossroads, it's no longer just a basketball problem. It's a crisis. Let's unpack why this situation is an absolute nightmare for the league. On Thursday afternoon, Caitlin Clark officially pulled out of the All-Star game. She had already skipped the three-point contest on Friday, with Lexi Hull taking her place after re-injuring her right groin during Tuesday's game. But here's what makes this so devastating. This isn't happening in some quiet week. It's unfolding during the exact moment league executives are negotiating a new collective bargaining agreement, one that could determine whether or not the WNBA even has a 2026 season. Adam Silver has already gone on record saying, "Of course I want Caitlin to be treated fairly and appropriately in this league." So when he sees her miss the league's biggest event due to what many believe is poor injury management, it's more than just concern. It's a red flag. And considering the NBA financially supports the WNBA, this isn't just a PR issue for Cathy Engelbert. It's a warning, loud and clear, from the top. Clark's injury couldn't have come at a worse moment, and it's time to hold the people responsible accountable. Commissioner Cathy Engelbert has completely failed when it comes to protecting the league's most marketable and influential player. Veteran sports columnist Christine Brennan has openly called Engelbert out, pointing to how she dodges questions about Clark and redirects to other players like Angel Reese, even when Clark is the only one being asked about. That's not leadership, that's spin. And fans aren't buying it. This is the person in charge of pushing the league forward, and she can't even speak Clark's name without pivoting. It's not just a missed PR opportunity, it's a leadership vacuum. And the numbers don't lie. Since Clark went down, national WNBA viewership has plummeted. Games featuring the Indiana Fever on national TV dropped from an average of over 1.8 million viewers to just 847,000 after her injury, a 53% collapse. That's millions of dollars disappearing, and Engelbert is acting like the league is fine. And how did we get here? Let's talk about the officiating disaster that led to this moment. According to kinesiology expert Dr. Lucas Seafarer, 141 injuries have been reported across the WNBA since opening night. That's out of just 179 active players. In a 44-game season, that's an absurdly high rate of injury. It should have triggered immediate action from the league's leadership, but Engelbert has responded with the urgency of a wet napkin. Officiating has been so poor that WNBA legend and broadcaster Rebecca Lobo has been forced to call it out live on air. During a game, she walked viewers through multiple missed fouls on Caitlin Clark, saying, "There's a grab, there's a hold, another grab, that's a foul, that's a foul." When Hall of Famers are forced to publicly call out officiating in real time, that's not a minor issue. It's a total breakdown of league credibility. And it's not just media. Caitlin Clark's own coach, Stephanie White of the Indiana Fever, has had to go public again and again about the officiating disaster. After multiple games, she's voiced her outrage, saying, "I thought she got fouled." It's pretty egregious what's been happening to us. The disrespect toward our team has been unbelievable.
I think it's pretty egregious what's been happening to us the last few games. A minus 31 free throw discrepancy. And I might be able to understand it if we were just chucking threes, but we're not. We're attacking the rim.
That's not a coach being emotional. That's a coach calling out a systemic failure. But it didn't stop there. After Clark took repeated hits in a game against the Connecticut Sun, White gave a fiery post-game press conference, blasting the referees for losing control and criticizing the league for its ongoing inaction under Cathy Engelbert's watch. While the league has grown in popularity and relevance, the officiating has somehow gotten worse. That's unacceptable. And the groin injury that's now sidelined Caitlin Clark for All-Star Weekend? It's a direct result of these failures. Missed calls, unchecked physicality, and total lack of league accountability. Marina Mabrey shoved Caitlin Clark to the floor after a dead ball, a clear act of aggression. At first, officials handed out only a technical foul, but after fans erupted in outrage, the league was forced to upgrade it to a flagrant 2. They didn't get it right in real time. They only corrected the call after being humiliated publicly. Even Clark's brother, Colin, voiced his frustration on social media, blaming the officials for poor game control that directly led to his sister getting hurt. When family members are speaking out that publicly, it's not just emotion, it's a desperate plea to stop watching their loved one get injured due to complete officiating failure. Kathy Engelbert's response? Completely dismissive. When pressed about growing criticism around officiating, her reply was, "It's interesting. No winning team ever complains about officiating. No losing team ever doesn't." That's not leadership. That's tone-deaf arrogance from someone out of touch with the seriousness of the issue.
Obviously, we work hard on training. We work hard on consistency. Obviously, not every, they're humans. Looking at technology, basketball is a little more complex than tennis, for instance, around technology.
And the business fallout from Engelbert's mismanagement is massive. In 2024, 23 WNBA games surpassed 1 million viewers. Clark played in all but 3 of them. You have to scroll down to the 15th most watched game to find one without the Indiana Fever. Caitlin is the ratings engine of the league, and Engelbert still hasn't managed to protect her. The impact on revenue is just as staggering. ESPN's WNBA ratings soared 170%, from 454,000 to over 1.2 million average viewers. ION saw a 133% increase compared to 2023, all because of Clark. And now, Engelbert's inability to keep her safe is threatening hundreds of millions in future revenue. And this isn't some one-off situation, it's a pattern. Just this past Tuesday, the Fever-Sun game ended with 5 technicals, 3 ejections, 2 flagrant fouls, and 1 total disaster. Referees completely lost control. And why? Because they've been allowed to operate without any real accountability or structure. Just look at the betting market. When Clark went down, sports betting activity on Fever games dropped nearly 50% immediately. That kind of drop-off from a single player's absence tells you everything about her value. She's not just a star, she's the heartbeat of the league's entire business model. Adam Silver sees it. He knows Clark has brought unprecedented attention to women's basketball. But he's also raising red flags about how she's being treated. When the commissioner of the funding partner league goes on the record with subtle but firm concern, it's not just a warning, it's a final notice. Fix this. And this issue goes beyond Clark. Kelsey Plum recently snapped after constant non-calls, venting in a profanity-laced rant. "I get fouled like that every possession. They just don't call anything." This officiating breakdown is affecting multiple stars. Coaches and players are fed up. They say calls are wildly inconsistent. What's a foul in the first quarter suddenly isn't in the fourth. One team gets called for something the other team gets away with. That's not basketball. It's chaos in a jersey. And the All-Star Weekend? It's now a symbol of everything that's gone wrong. Clark's image is everywhere in Indianapolis, from the airport to billboards to the arena. The entire event was built around her. And now, she's benched due to repeated injury and mismanagement. Layer in the ongoing CBA talks, and the picture becomes even worse. The pattern of Clark's injuries is even more concerning. Analyst Rachel Dia pointed out how the injuries keep shifting. Left quad, left groin, right groin, suggesting her body mechanics are being thrown off from repeated hits. This isn't just wear and tear, it's systemic breakdown caused by unchecked abuse on the court. The stakes couldn't be higher. The top 10 WNBA games in viewership since 2002 all happened this year. All featured Caitlin Clark. Her importance to the league isn't debatable. It's historical. It's foundational. She's already delivered record-breaking numbers. And now, she's being broken by the very league she's saving. Silver's earlier comments about treating Clark fairly and appropriately now carry heavier weight. Adam Silver's concern isn't a suggestion, it's a final warning. Fix the officiating, protect your stars. or prepare to watch everything collapse? Do you think Adam Silver is right to be worried about how the WNBA is handling its most valuable player during such a pivotal moment? Should he finally fire Cathy Engelbert? Let us know down in the comments below. Like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on the screen and we will see you in the next one.